Okay, so page 40 in your student journal. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in right here. If A is greater than B and C is a negative number, then when we multiply both sides by C, oh, I want you to notice what happens. Yeah. Have a seat. What happens from here to here? What thing? Oh, the inequality flipped. Do you see it? Okay. Let's talk about some numbers. If I have -6 and 8, is -6 less than 8? Okay, well, when we multiply by -2, -2 times -6 is 12, and 8 times -2 is a -16. Oh, man. Well, now 12 is bigger than -16. When we multiply or divide by a negative number, our inequality sign is going to flip. Did you know that already? I didn't think you did. Welcome to Algebra. So here it is. When multiplying or dividing by a negative number, the inequality symbol must be reversed. Okay, so if you need to highlight that, go for it. Do it. Okay, would you like to see it in action? Sure. What? You have no idea what I mean by it? So maybe an example would clear this up for you, Amy. I have the inequality -5x is less than or equal to 10. Okay, you wrote that down right where I did, right? Okay. Now, in order to isolate x, we need to do what with that -5? Divide it over. So if I'm going to divide by -5 to both sides, since I am dividing by a negative number, we are going to need to flip our inequality sign. So we have x is greater than or equal to -2. Amy, do you understand what I mean by reversing the symbol? Okay. Anytime we multiply or divide by a negative number, we are going to flip our inequality sign. So you know what, maybe let's put it in our own words up here. We multiply or divide by a negative number, we're going to flip our inequality sign. Okay, I've rewritten it into words that maybe make a little bit more sense to us. Okay, that is the biggest piece of today's lesson. Okay, let's talk about another problem. This is g over -2 is greater than 8. Oh, that was a terrible greater than symbol. There we go. G over negative 2 is greater than 8. Okay. Gavin, how do I get G all by itself? We're going to multiply by negative 2. And since we're multiplying by negative 2, we need to flip this sign. Okay. So we are going to get G is less than negative 16. If I add or subtract a negative number, it doesn't change the inequality. It's only multiplying or dividing.
So like, are we trying to make it true, or would we just say, like, couldn't we just say it's like not true and it's like unequal if it's like, if it doesn't flip?
So since we're in charge of the algebra, we have to do the flipping of the inequality. Does that answer your question? Okay. So let's do a couple examples. I want you to glance your eyes over to that page 41. And I think 4 and 5 are two problems that we skipped yesterday. Do you agree? How about you give those a try? Right now, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to try these two problems. We're on page 41 right now. Been there for about 7 minutes. You have your two answers. I want you to compare them with your elbow neighbor, elbow partner. Good. Okay, let's talk about number 4 together. Nathan, what did you do to isolate M for number 4? Okay, Nathan says we needed to divide by negative 4. Okay, well, if we're going to divide by a negative number, what happens to the sign? It flips. It becomes less than or equal to positive 4? Question mark? Do you agree? Okay. So Amelia, open circle or close circle at 4? Close, and which way do I shade? Okay. So with the help of Nathan and Amelia, this is what I have up on the board. Do you agree? Yeah. Okay. Anna, what do you think we need to do for number 5? Okay, let's multiply both sides by negative 6. When we do that, we have to make sure that we flip this inequality. So x is now less than negative 2 is what I heard. Okay. Estelle, at negative 2, open circle or close circle? Open circle. And which way are we going to shade? Which way? Oh, boring. We went to the left again. Okay. Do you agree with my help from Anna and Estelle? Only maybe? Okay. All right. Turn the page for me. I'm gonna look at number 7. Now look at number 7, okay? I need to get X by itself. Preston, what do we need to do? And number 7. I think he does. Divide by -4. So when we divide by -4, we know that our sign is going to flip. Oh, I have -2/3 divided by -4. Okay, that's not really enjoyable, is it? Okay, so let's do this. When we're talking about dividing and we have fractions, we know that dividing means the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So -2/3 divided by 4 means the same thing as -2/3 times its reciprocal, -1/4. So this is like 4/1. So keep, change, flip. When we divide, oh, it never goes away, Estelle. It never goes away. So when I take -2/3 and I divide it by -4, it's the same thing as taking -2/3 and multiplying by -1/4. We get 2/12, which is the same as 1/6. Are you okay with that, Amelia? You know what? That's a very good point, Amelia. I want X to be on the left side. It's going to help you graph. It's going to help me grade. So let's go ahead and write this as X is less than 1/6. Thank you, Amelia. Well, no. However, if you use your inequality to help you with your graph, it could lead to you graphing it the wrong way. So I would encourage you to always change it. That way it helps you with your graph. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you the remainder of the time to work on your homework. So here is my challenge to you. Can you do the book homework for day 3 and finish it in class? Because when you walk out of here, I'm giving you a to be graded assignment that you're going to work on before map testing and after map testing tomorrow. Okay. When you leave here, you're going to get a to be graded assignment that is due on Friday. So you need to get the book homework done so you don't have to worry about it.